So, Celtic want David Moyes, apparently. According to a few reports over the last few days, David Moyes is near enough Celtic's #1 target. And it makes sense why, doesn't it? He came to West Ham, he's rebuilt his career, his stock in football is arguably nearly or just as high as it was when he was at Everton. Of course, at Everton he did it consistently, he did it over a longer period of time. But the fact he's done it in such a short spell at West Ham, I think holds a lot of weight, really. He's almost seen as not only a quick fix, but a quick route to success. But success is relative though, isn't it? This season has been a massive success thus far, but he's also done it on a decent budget for what we are, which is a Premier League club. He's not spent a lot of money. He's spent money, but not loads, and I think that's ticking a lot of boxes. And I think this interest from Celtic, do I believe it? To some extent I do. I think if he was out of contract in the summer, why would Celtic not throw their hat in the ring? Why would they not want to go get him to Parkhead? He played there in the 80s for them. He's got a big tie with Celtic. Celtic's a huge football club. They're in a bit of a mess at the minute, similar to what we were in when he took over. Again, it's all relative. We were fighting relegation. Celtic are just in Rangers' shadow at the minute. They need someone to come in and they need to rebuild that club. Celtic need a rebuilding job. Got a lot of players leaving in the summer. Possibly their star man Edouard looks like he's off to Leicester City to join Brendan Rodgers, so there's going to be a little bit of a kitty there for someone to go in, but the expectation is they're going to have to rebuild. They're going to have to rebuild quick because they need to compete for the title next season. At West Ham it's a lot more patient. We're not in a hurry for European football. The fans are dreaming of it. But I think, going by what I've seen in the comments and stuff, a lot of people are still realistic. A lot of people have still got their feet on the ground. While I said I think we might finish in the top 4, if we were to finish 7th or 8th, I still think it's a really good season overall when you step back and look at it from August. So we are patient. We can allow David Moyes to just finish in the top 10 for 2 or 3 seasons. That to me is the next level. The next level tag is something that the owners gave us, and it's always been a stick to hit them with. I've always considered the next level to be finishing in the top 10 consistently and competing for domestic cups. Now, we haven't been competing on the cup front this season. However, we've been doing a little bit better in the league than what I expected. So he's doing that. He's done next level season 1, tick. But now we need to add consistency into the mix. And that is where we have to be patient, and we are patient. So I can see why there is a lure for the Celtic job. But I don't see why there would be a lure away from what he's doing at West Ham, if that makes sense. I can see why Celtic is a huge opportunity for the manager. Someone like Eddie Howe, I think, would be nuts not to go there. All you have to do is, Frank Lampard's out of work at the minute. All he has to do is look at Steven Gerrard. He's gone to Rangers. He's won the league. He can almost have his pick of the Premier League jobs if they come up for sure. If Jurgen Klopp leaves Liverpool tomorrow, fully expect Steven Gerrard to be firmly in the mix for that job. Might be a bit quick, but Gerrard's done what he wanted to do at Rangers, and would give another manager the same opportunity at Celtic. If you go there, you win the league, rebuild your career. Brendan Rodgers did it after Liverpool. He went up there, done really well with Celtic, got his job at Leicester City. But David Moyes doesn't need that. David Moyes doesn't need a stepping stone. Now, this is where it's going to be a little bit of an argument as to which club is bigger out of Celtic and West Ham. I think Celtic is. I think Celtic's a bigger club than West Ham United. However, what club is more appealing? What club is more rewarding as a manager? I think it's West Ham. What club's more challenging? West Ham. I think in Celtic it's sort of in Scotland, it's like a 2-horse race for the title. And then it's difficult to compete in the European front because they don't have enough money. Rangers are doing it this season though in the Europa League, but they want to do it in the Champions League, and I think it's very difficult for a Scottish club in the Champions League. So while you have, you come up against, you're normally throwing in the 3rd seed or something, you come up against the big clubs in the elite competition and you struggle. You can't compete with them. Your squad's not good enough, your players aren't good enough, your budget's not big enough. But at West Ham, the ceiling is much higher. You can go into the Champions League, you can have a budget arguably bigger than clubs bigger than you. Like I said, I think Celtic, we were in a group stage with Celtic, I'd expect to beat them. They're possibly a bigger club, but we've got the better players, we've got the better budget, we've got a similar size stadium. I just don't see this being true at all. And I've got no worries about David Moyes leaving us. I don't believe that he's out of contract in the summer. There's contrasting reports here. There was reports a month ago saying that if West Ham stayed in the Premier League, he got an extra year extension automatically. And then there's the reports for the Celtic job saying that he's out of contract in the summer. He's still not got one. I think I'm actually believing the contract extension because it just makes sense. Why would David Moyes not have that in his contract? That if he keeps us in the Premier League this season, he would get an automatic 1 year deal. But I do also believe that we are negotiating a longer deal with him, and he will still get a new contract in the summer, which reflects how well we've done. I wouldn't be surprised if that's why we've not got one yet. We're waiting to see where we finish in the league. So if we do get European football, he gets a bit more money. He gets maybe an extra year on his contract, or if we get Champions League football, he gets a lot more money in his new contract. I don't know. That's just me guessing. I'm speculating here, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's the scenario at the minute. David Moyes, at the end of February, when Neil Lennon left the job at Celtic, he basically said, I'm happy at West Ham, got no intention of going. Myself and David Sullivan are discussing things, and things are going along steadily. We're making progress, and things will be agreed soon. So I have got absolutely zero worries about David Moyes departing West Ham now or in the summer. Not at all. I'm 100% confident he will be here next season as a West Ham manager, and I'm quite confident he will get a new contract in the summer, which reflects how well we've done. And I do hope it's a 3-year contract or something. I think that's a decent length of time to allow him to build something, but also if things aren't quite working out, it's not going to cost us umpteen million to get rid of him like it done with previous managers. But that's about it really for the David Moyes thing. Now there's a few other topics. Craig Dawson is close to becoming a hammer. Have you seen that? 2 more appearances in the league, 2 more starts in the Premier League, and we automatically trigger a clause in the loan deal, which means we have to buy him for £2 million. £2 million. That's what we've got to pay. We paid £1 million to him on loan, and an additional £2 million to make that permanent. So he will be a permanent member of the West Ham squad in the coming weeks, because you'll start against Man United for sure. You'll probably start the next game as well. Arsenal, I think it is. We play Arsenal the week after. So if he starts those 2 games, he then becomes a permanent fixture of West Ham, which is good news. We all expected it. A bit like David Moyes, I think I've been calm about Craig Dawson only being a loanee. Everyone's been calm about that, but it's an obligation. Turns out there's an obligation in that contract which we will activate when he plays 2 more games, and he will be a permanent fixture of West Ham for £2 million. What a bargain. I got him massively wrong, but anyway, I'm glad I did. Now a few other things. If you haven't already, do check out Gonzo's video from this morning. I'm going to put a link to it in the description, in the pinned comments, and on the end slate at the end of this video. He's had a lot on his plate the last a while, to be fair. He's had a lot on his plate, but it just sort of took over at the weekend a little bit, so he had to take a little back seat, so I had to make up some nonsense about him having man flu, and he got a lot of messages hoping that his man flu isn't too bad. It's worse than man flu, but he's doing alright. I've spoken to him this morning, and I say doing alright, he's not really, he's still struggling a bit. It's still a difficult time in his life, but we'll do whatever we can to help him. But like I said, check out that video because he speaks very raw, emotionally vulnerable is perhaps how I would describe it to the camera. But thank you to everybody that's emailed. There's people that's emailed and messaged. I've passed everything on. I've read all the comments on the video because I told him that he's got a lot of comments, and they're really nice comments as well. So he's aware of them all. He's got a lot of plate spinning to do at the minute. I don't want to say too much, but I just wanted to acknowledge it. It would feel wrong to do a video and not speak about his video earlier too much detail, but do check it out if you haven't already. Like I said, the links everywhere, so do go on. I was going to do a video about the finances today. Now I've got a guest coming on with me, but he was unavailable today, so hopefully we'll get that up probably Saturday. I was going to say tomorrow, but we've got the preview needs to go up tomorrow. So Man United play tonight in the Europa League, so we're going to watch that because there might be an injury or something which impacts the Man United game. So then we've got the preview tomorrow going up. Also, the European video, which is how to qualify for European football this season. The audio's been done. Charlie's trying to piece it together, but he's got a bit of work yesterday and today. So we've just got to be patient. I've got to be patient. Trust me, there's no one more impatient than me when it comes to stuff like this. But hopefully we're going to get that put together and get that up tomorrow as well. So possibly 2 videos tomorrow, plus 1 on Saturday. Then we've got game day on Sunday against Manchester United. So we've got lots of stuff coming to the channel. Also, last night, during the night, we hit 17,000 subscribers. So massive thank you to everybody who subscribed, everybody who shares the videos and stuff. Massively appreciate it. And Gonzo's video's coming right up. But David Moyes going to Celtic, can't see it at all, to be honest with you. I'm not bothered. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you in a bit.